Relationship advice. I, 27 male, think it's time to end things with my girlfriend, 22 female, and she thinks it's unfair. We've been together for about 4 years. Since December, our relationship has hit a rough patch. Then around Christmas time, I found out she was talking to another guy behind my back, and when I confronted her, she said it was just a friend and nothing more. She didn't want to show me the messages because she claimed that it wasn't important and that I was being nosy. I found out that she was telling her friends about this new guy, and she told me she had a crush on him. She promised she would stop talking to him and that it didn't mean anything. I forgave her, and we tried to move on from it. As months went by, she started to become more distant and less affectionate towards me. She started deleting pictures of us on her Instagram page and started posting more pictures of herself. She was also asked to go on a date from another guy and told him I'm going through a rough patch with a guy and didn't say I have a boyfriend. I again gave her the benefit of the doubt and forgave her. Last Saturday, she called and said she was going out with her friend for supper. I had my suspicions because when I asked her where she was going to eat, she couldn't give me the name of the restaurant. She didn't message me all night and didn't tell me when she got home. The next morning, I asked her how her night went and which restaurant she went to, and again didn't give me an answer. I then decided to check the Instagram of the guy that she had a crush on, and sure enough, my girlfriend and him were together at a restaurant. When I confronted her about it, she told me she didn't do anything wrong because he's just a friend and it's not a romantic relationship. I told her it was over because she crossed a line and that she lied to me too many times. She said she shouldn't need to decide a friendship at a relationship and begged and pleaded for me to give her another chance. I'm not being unfair. I think my decision is justified and she doesn't want to let go. How should I go about this? Now for the advice. It doesn't matter what she thinks is fair. You don't need her permission to leave. Exactly this. She doesn't get a vote. Relationships are not republics. This right here. Just bounce. There isn't much more to it. It's pretty clear it's more than a friendship. As someone who has been on both ends, people are shady. There's no trust. She lies and she went out with a man she has a crush on behind your back. You're done, so whether she wants to let go or not isn't your problem. Move forward. This, and I would just like to answer Opie's question. How should you go about this? Exactly what you did. You broke up with her. Now move on. Her not letting go is her problem. Fair doesn't enter into it. Her opinion doesn't enter into it. Pack up any for stuff that you might have hanging around, meet up with her, and dump her. This. Tell this girl, bye. You don't want to be with her. You don't have to be with her, even if it wasn't because of the lying and infidelity. The question is, how can you bow out as gracefully as possible? For your sake. Do you live together? Do you have stuff at her place you're particularly attached to? Are there any pets involved? Any joint finances? Can you break up in public or with witnesses present in case she tries any shady stuff? Yep, classic narcissist and classic I messed up but somehow you're at fault, not me attitude. Leave her. Now for the next story. My girlfriend, 24 female, is helping her sister, 20 female, hide that she was cheating, and I, 25 male, can't look at her the same way. Hi Reddit. I don't really know where to begin or how I want to structure this post as I have one huge mess in my head right now. 2 days ago, I was coming back from the cinema with my girlfriend late evening when she got messaged by her sister that she cheated on her boyfriend. I went back home alone and girlfriend went to her sister to console her that night. The next day, she brought her sister to our home, which didn't bother me since I like her visits and she's very good with our dog. So, sometime later, I was talking to my girlfriend, just expressing some interest in that situation. Like, I imagine you must be tired after talking all night. And then I asked, so has your sister told her boyfriend yet? To which my girlfriend replied, oh, he's not gonna find out. So basically, the sister is planning to just tell her boyfriend that she need a break. Temporary break, not a breakup. From their relationship. I think it's an extremely unfair thing to do. If she told her boyfriend she had cheated, he could make the decision to break up and move on. Otherwise, he'll probably be stuck in a limbo and hurt even more. Anyway, I can't understand how my girlfriend can be just okay with that. I'm also not sure how big part she played in her sister making that decision, but I know she supports it. She offered to tell me the story, but I asked her not to. I think it would be disrespectful towards the person cheated on to listen about how they got cheated on and not tell them about it. Perhaps the reason I'm so disgusted about this is that both my girlfriend and her sister can be very preachy at times, pointing out wrong behaviors in other people, etc. They are both very keen on feminism, ecology, and other similar woke stuff, and I honestly think that's great. But it seems so hypocritical now. We were supposed to go on to Pride Parade this Sunday, but I don't get how you can go and celebrate love and help cover cheating at the same time. If that wasn't enough, I feel like I should tell the sister's boyfriend, and I feel like crap for not having done it yet. On the other hand, I'm working and studying at the same time, and I just don't have enough energy for starting a conflict with my girlfriend's family. I called my girlfriend yesterday and said that I need a break and that I had some doubts for a longer time, which I signaled to her before, but this was the straw that broke the camel's back. I really wanted to be a very short break, and I already miss her. But I just feel disgusted about this situation. We were planning to move to another country together pretty soon, so obviously a prolonged break would make it impossible. I don't know what to do. I know I'll try to schedule a session with a psychologist ASAP. Hopefully that helps. I think you just learned something very important about the person you were dating. I get that there's a loyalty there, but she's participating in this and probably wouldn't think twice about doing the same to you. My thoughts exactly. The flip side is that she's a really lousy liar, and I honestly don't think she would be capable of hiding it if she was the one that cheated. Not that it makes it any better. Like everyone else is saying, this is a huge red flag as to how she feels about cheating and lying to partners. I'm sure it hurts to have had a relationship that you had trust in, only to have that trust yanked out. But it's better to have found this out sooner rather than later. Remember that what you are sad for is not for missing her. You are sad for missing the person you thought she was. That person never existed, so you are never going to get her back. Be strong. You can do it. Right from the get-go, this is bizarre. Her sister confessed that she had just cheated on her significant other, and her response was to go console her? Why does someone who's done something egregiously wrong need consoling? Alarm bells instantly sound. You're absolutely right to be concerned. From the rest of the details, she sees nothing wrong with cheating and nothing wrong with lying to cover cheating. This is not relationship material. In addition to this being enlightening, as other commenters have said, I do need to point out that breaks don't actually solve anything. Healthy couples talk through their problems and work towards solutions together, or break up if a solution can't be reached. The foundation here is already broken. If you have a problem with your girlfriend, your instinct should be to run toward her so you can work through it. Distancing yourself does nothing to help. You've been given a wonderful gift to find this out about your girlfriend's character, especially before you move out of the country with her. It makes it much easier to cut ties now. Next story is titled, My 25 male girlfriend 24 female stole money from me to buy a gift for her brother. My girlfriend and I have been together for 2 years, and that's why it's really disturbing. My girlfriend is currently broke. She hasn't had a job in her field since college and is pretty bad down in debt. I support her by letting her live rent-free and paying for necessities. She currently works at McDonald's to supplement her income. Makes a little more than unemployment. Anyway, it was her brother's birthday. He is turning 16 and she loves him. She wanted to get him a car for his birthday and somehow she did. It wasn't a good car and was probably from the Stone Age, but it worked and it made him happy. Her parents aren't doing well either, so this car also helped them out and they were really grateful. I was there and had got him some shoes as a gift. The car probably costed $3,000, and I was surprised she could afford it, because being stuck under $100,000 of student debt is quite a burden on his shoulders. When we were home, I got a notification from a bank and I saw $1,000 had successfully been paid to a dealership. I was like, wait, what the hell? I immediately confronted her, and she broke down and told me that she did take my card because she couldn't come up with the money and was going to pay me back. I was really pissed and kind of unloaded on her and slept in another room. It's morning now and, well, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I feel this is a big enough reason to break up with her and take her to small claims court. Am I jumping the gun? Now for the top advice. When this ad stole from me to get a gift, I thought $50 to get a game, not $1,000. How did she even pull that off? The card is in your name, you guys aren't married, you would have had to sign something for payment. Honestly, break up and call the dealership. She stole the money. If they don't help, call the cops. I can't believe she thought she would get away with it. You should break up with her for being that stupid. I have a limit for $1,000 in PayWave. She still has your credit card number. How much more will she steal? Call your bank and have them issue another card and remove the older one. If she took the money from your bank account, have your money moved to another account, preferably at a different bank. Check your credit and make sure she hasn't opened anything in your name. And while you're at it, put a freeze on your credit. If she stole once, she's a thief, and she feels entitled to your hard-earned money. Kick her to the curb, protect yourself, and consider $1,000 as an expensive lesson about dealing with people who refuse to be financially self-sufficient. Personally, I would make a police report so she thinks twice about stealing from her next boyfriend, who is nice enough to take her in and pay her way. First, take the car back to the dealer and ask if you can get a refund. Then break up with your girlfriend, as who knows how much more money of yours she will spend. Yes, if they are decent people and Opie explains about the theft, they may take it back. I think if Opie goes in there and mentions fraud because she used a card that was not hers, they'll have to take it back. Or just go to your bank and tell them you didn't authorize this charge. Yikes. Why even question if you should or shouldn't be dating a thief? What's next? I might question it a teeny bit more if she came to you right after she did it in a "holy cow, what have I done? I'm an awful person" kind of way, but she didn't. After all you've helped her with, free rents and necessities, she steals from you? She could have asked you for help. Be gone, thief. To the streets. Now for the last story. Is modern dating / relationships all hookup / open relationships? I, 37 male, recently rejected a married colleague, 32 female, but I'm getting nothing but grief. Around New Year's, my 11-year plus / nearly 12-year relationship ended when my ex came out as a lesbian. I'm absolutely devastated, and truth be told, still am really hurt. It's led me to realize I'm just not interested in dating / relationships at all at the moment. I just want to work on myself for one, and don't think it's right to get with someone when I know I'm not over someone else. I'll also throw out there I've never been into casual hookups or one-night stands either, even when I was single when I was younger. I'm mono, and prefer intimacy in a committed relationship. So last week we did a raffle at work, and I answered not thinking anything of it. One prize was a weekend in a local luxury hotel. The package consisted of free drinks, a complimentary 3-course meal, etc. And that's the prize I won, which shocked me as I have never won a competition in my life. What I didn't realize was it's for 2 people. When my colleagues on my team asked who I'm taking, I realized what they meant and felt a bit embarrassed. I initially said I might see if someone wants to swap prizes for the champagne or something, which my colleague said would be a shame. So I said I might just sneak my dog in and have a boys' night out, to laughter. One of the women, 32 female on another team on my floor, heard it and made a beeline for me when I was having a cup of tea on my own later. She mentioned the prize and asked whether I had decided yet what I was doing. Now, she only got married last year, so assumed she was asking me if she could have the prizes. So I said, "Oh, do you want these and treat your hubby then?" She wants something like, I was thinking me and you go together and have some fun." I was like floored. I went, "Hang on, you're married, right?" She said, "Yeah, but we're open and let each other have fun with others. So how about it?" Which in all honesty floored me even more, so I made excuses and went back to work. A bit later, I got a text from her and she went, "So you never gave me an answer?" Winky face. I messaged her back saying, "I'm flattered, but no, I'm not into hookups really, and especially not with married women." I was hoping that would be the end of it, but she went, "Why not? He's absolutely fine with it if that's what you're worried about." I just said, "Look, I'm not interested. I'm sure you'll do absolutely fine with someone else who's interested in that sort of thing. Please leave it, yeah?" Which I just got a fine back. Suffice to say, when I left the office and walked past her, she had a face like a smacked butt on her. I was absolutely stunned, annoyed, confused by it all. So later on in the night, I threw it out to my WhatsApp friend group to vent. They couldn't believe it, but didn't think I should have turned it down. The guys were like, "Bro, what's wrong with you? You turned down bedroom fun. Someone said along the lines of, I don't believe you. I was just trying to say I'm not into non-monogamy, polyamory, or whatever she is. And plus, I'm just not interested when I'm still trying to get over my ex. That was greeted by, the best way to get over someone else is by getting under someone else. Seriously, who says that these days? My nan? And I also got off a 38 female friend. Dude, she just wants you to bang her down, not marry her. I was pretty pissed off by this point, so I just stopped responding by then. Now, Reddit, I'm really freaking confused. The way my colleague and friends were acting was like I had done something wrong. Like I feel as if I'm a weirdo. Seriously, is this what modern being single is like? I mean, surely I'm not that old school, right? It's not as if it's just the intimate act. If I wanted to get myself off that badly, I'd use adult materials. Was it that bizarre I refused? The older I get, the more I learn that the way most people talk to each other about intimate acts in public is all a big show. I don't believe the majority of people when they talk about it, and I don't really worry about what they think of my ways. You're not weird. You're normal. They just have to do their song and dance. It seems like half the posts on this sub are about people whose partner lied about some aspect of their private life to seem more interesting, or people who want to start lying for the same reason. Yep, and hookups are overrated. Having intimacy with someone you know and are comfortable with is so much better. Why would you want to mess up your whole mentality and self-respect to sleep with a married woman for half an hour a couple of times? Is that actually worth for some people? I say you did the right thing. Grab a close friend. Get some cigars and whiskey. And what's with people acting like he is in the wrong for rejecting her? Like, is he supposed to be the fault owe his body to any woman that throws themselves at him for a free hotel weekend? Your friend sounds like a bunch of sophomoric frat boys who haven't grown up yet. I wouldn't go to them for relationship advice. Your coworker should have dropped it after you declined the first time. I guess you dented her ego a bit when she was rejected. Treat her professionally and hopefully she'll find someone else to have fun with and forget all about it. Wonder what else they've said that he's brushed off. Men who talk like that definitely have said worse. It's funny you should say that. We were all tight many years ago before I settled down with my ex, and I probably would have thought that was normal. Now I'm single and we've reconnected. There's so many things they say generally I roll my eyes at and find a bit juvenile. I don't know. Maybe we've all grown apart in that time.